Hi Aquarius, welcome or welcome back to Lit Intuition Tarot, Twin Flames in Recovery. My name is Kay, and if there's any information that you'd like about the channel, it's in the description box below with a link to my website where you can book a personal reading or order a personalized avatar birth chart. I am focusing more on twin flames in general and on this channel. So last week I started kind of a series where I'm going to look at both the yin and the yang polarities of twin flame connections based on zodiac sign. So if that sounds complicated, it's just basically like, well, if you're an Aquarius and you're here, then you may resonate more with the yin, shadow, feminine, or passive energies, regardless of your gender. Having said that, if this doesn't resonate with you, check out the Yang Aquarius reading that I posted this morning. And a note to cross-watchers. While I never intend for these readings to be a method of spying on one's twin flame, regardless of your reason here, I don't judge and it doesn't matter. I just ask that you use your discernment, as I will be using the term you throughout the reading to refer to those on the more yin polarity of the Aquarius twin flame connection, and so reverse roles as necessary. I went ahead and pre-shuffled these decks that you see here on the table, guys. So Aquarius, first we're going to split the Fallen Angel Oracle deck. You can get 2 cards from there as sort of an overall theme for tonight's reading. First card is Botus, number 9, Justice. And the second card says Person, 11, Success. Okay. Justice and Success. Well, that sounds good, right? So let me just remove these from the table. I'll read the brief meaning of those cards from the book, and then we'll move on to the tarot. Okay. So 9 Botus means... Okay, so the element is Earth, planet is Mars. Short-term pain leads to a lasting and just settlement. Okay, so before this leaves my mind, I just thought, well, it's 9/11 also, which that may be significant. I realize that 911 is like the emergency number to call, and of course we had the Twin Towers, fall back in the day on 9/11. So that stuck out to me just now. Take it as it resonates. But I'll continue with the meaning of the number 9 card. Botus can appear in dreams and visions as a monstrous and terrifying serpent. In human guise, he seems a pale, long-haired warrior with 2 horns on his forehead and pointed teeth. He bears a sharp sword with which he administers justice, cutting through confusion to reveal the root causes of disputes. He gives the courage to make difficult choices, and even though the right ones may seem harsh in the short term, they lead to peace and reconciliation in the end. Ooh. Okay, well that kind of resonates with me a little bit. I'm going to put that up here, and then 11. And I have no Aquarius in my chart, but 11 Person says element air, planet sun. After a well-earned victory, beware of claiming more credit than you deserve. Person's totem beast is the kingly lion, signifying triumphant success and mastery of your profession. Trumpets always announce his arrival, and he is sometimes also seen leading the fanfare with his own horn. Person is a great revealer of secrets, including the hidden treasures of the earth, but more importantly the mysteries of life. He can read the past, present, and future, and encourage allies to your cause. With his support, success is assured. Okay. I was picking up a little bit of Leo vibes with that, because we're talking about the lion. The trumpets made me think of the Judgment card. So, and mastery of your profession made me think of the 8 of Pentacles. Those are just some of the impressions that I picked up from that. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and split the tarot deck, which y'all saw me shuffle. on camera and get the cards for the main spread here. Okay, so the first card is the Nine of Swords. Then we have the Devil. The Star. King of Swords. And then on the bottom row, Knight of Spheres, which is the same as the Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. The Page of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Well, there's a lot of swords there. Okay, Aquarius, so set these aside. First of all, if you identify more or throughout the majority of your connection with your twin flame, if you have felt like you are more in the runner position, so maybe you have like an avoidant attachment style and kind of start to feel nervous and like you want to escape the situation. When others get too close, you kind of want to draw away, and sometimes you may find yourself ghosting the person that you either consider to be your twin flame or who has told you that they are. Or, I mean, I'm assuming you're aware of the phenomenon or the theory or whatever of the twin flame journey because you're here. But having said that, if you do identify as the runner, Spirit sees that you have a lot of anxiety and that you may not be sleeping that well due to this. It seems to me, I'm getting a message that someone drinks kind of like to make themselves fall asleep, but then they wake up and like the sugar and the alcohol keeps them awake at night anyway. So it's like they're kind of alternating. Somebody out there is using alcohol like both as a stimulant and a relaxant, which is, you know, that's sad. I mean, I don't say that in a judgmental way because I've been there, but if you're the runner and you're experiencing something like that, you know, Spirit sees you. I did pre-shuffle this Radiant Rider-Waite Pocket Edition, and I'm going to clarify that card when I get to, I'm going to look at these a little bit longer first. So, Spirit sees that. Now, if you would identify more as the chaser part of the connection, so you might find yourself with an anxious attachment style, and you may find yourself thinking, well, you know, I'm not playing games. I care about this person, and it's not like I'm asking them to be there for me forever or marry me, for God's sake. All I want to do is send them a text message and, you know, start a little conversation or something, and you find that this person breadcrumbs you or doesn't answer you back, or they're difficult to get to, and it makes you feel like you're not worth anything to them, or at least not a priority. But then you get stuck with the Devil card there. It's like this loop of, okay, well, so this person ignored me and they rejected me in a sense, and I feel bad about it. But instead of choosing then to separate and walk away, there's a codependent, almost sort of like obsessive at times attachment to this. And so the toxicity, you know, of the Devil here, I believe it represents that whole, like, I gotta have it aspect, like the codependency aspect where you're basically addicted to something and you know that it's not necessarily good for you, but the payoff of when you get to indulge in that addiction, it seems to be worth the pain to some extent. That's what I'm gathering from that. I want to look at this third card here before I begin to clarify. With the Star, that's Major Arcana for your energy, Aquarius, and this is what draws the two of you together. there's a spiritual connection here. It is major arcana, and the star represents something to hope for, and something that you can heal from a journey that in order to reach it. So it's a leveling up. It's a way to connect with the divine. It's not like a minor arcana healing card, you know, where you just kind of rest and rejuvenate. I mean, that's part of it, but there's also this vibrancy of like this electric light there that's kind of guiding the way. And so I feel that in some sense that you and your twin flame are this star to each other, or the journey is in general. It can be difficult to see at times, but you're drawn together by that universe guided, or godly, divinely guided, however you want to phrase it, that union to be together. That's something that's kind of leading your way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Nine of Swords. And well, we have the Devil flip over right away. So more major arcana Capricorn energy. Interesting. So obviously, you know, if this talks about you and your connection, your counterpart, you're definitely in each other's energy, because the runner has the Nine of Swords clarified by the Devil, and then the chaser has the Devil. So if you do resonate with that, once again, runner energy, I think you're trying to run away from something that you recognize deep down isn't anything that can be healthy for you at this time, and you worry about this. Like, you might be worried about how to detach from certain habits or people, places, or things. It's just a very oppressive environment. Let me go ahead and get clarifiers for the Devil. If the Nine of Swords comes out, okay, you guys, I haven't been on camera the whole time, and I know it won't happen. That would be weird. But I was just going to say, if the Nine of Swords comes out to clarify the Devil, I'm going to shit a brick. Right, Spirit, please clarify the Devil for me for Aquarius. Yin Collective. Ooh, goodness gracious. Alright, so I was doing those exaggeratedly more on camera than usual. So some of them kind of flew out, but I don't take those. The one that flipped over in my hand on top here, and the one right under it, are the Three of Wands. So, for those who resonate more as the chaser, yes. So you're you're appealing to this person in a sexual sense, for one thing. So, I mean, the Devil can talk about, you know, anything that goes wrong or that's becomes obsessive or controls you. So it's not that sex in and of itself is bad, it obviously, and I'm not here to preach, but I'm just saying that because a lot of people automatically associate it with sinful activity, when actually it's a rather healthy thing, but I digress. So as the chaser, you're chasing this person with the intent of seducing them, or of using that chemistry that you have between the two of you to connect with them in some way. With the Three of Wands, it's like, you know, this is probably coming. I don't know if like you and your twin flame actually know each other and see each other regularly in the 3D, but if so, this could be the kind of thing where maybe you don't talk all that often, but you know, they do call every once in a while, they hit you up, they might seem to have kind of a pattern, and then like it's booty call time, or you see this person. And so with the Three of Wands, you're expecting something to come in, and it's, you know, pretty much destined to do so, because with that King of Wands energy, there's definitely like a determination to get your way. Okay. With the Star, I don't believe I need clarification for that one. Now in the next position, we have what makes the connection or the love like great. What's great about it? I was surprised to see the King of Swords here as I was laying out the cards. I was thinking, though, it could be another air sign that you're connecting with, your twin flame, but it doesn't have to be. I see the King of Swords primarily as Gemini and then Aquarius and possibly Libra energy, and it looks like there is a clarity of the situation, of the reality of the situation. So whether just one or both of you knows about the twin flame connection between the two of you, and if you agree that that is existent or not, you're both able to see things outside of that, like from a rational standpoint. You know, you're able to both use your discernment and see, like, cut through your hopes and your fears and the truth. I don't know if you'd want to cut through your hopes, so maybe I misspoke. But I'm trying to say, it's a very, like, you guys have a great intellectual rapport. So you don't just have to sit there and rub all on each other, or, write each other love poems all day. Like, you can sit and talk about politics or current events or science or whatever, philosophy, I don't know. So that's one of the things that makes your connection great. I'm not going to clarify that one either. I'm looking down here at what makes the connection complicated. Knight of Spheres, that's what I thought. So, it's been a long trudge. And it may continue to be. I'm looking again at the star up here for what draws you two to each other, and I sense that one or the other of you, and it might be your counterpart, Aquarius Yin, because it looks like you're a little more on the shadowy frequency right now, and that's not, that's neither good nor bad. But my point is, with that star there, I think one or the other of you realizes that there is a possibility that you might not be together in an actual divine union in this lifetime, and have accepted that in a sense, and that's part of the healing. Because with it being a major arcana there, I really feel like you're both guided by this connection and the journey, but neither one of you, or excuse me, at least one of you, possibly neither one of you, has really set your goal on it in the sense of, I have to do this. I have to be with this person. I have to get married to them, be with them forever. No. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, as to what makes things complicated, is that sometimes, there's going to be what each of you desires will come into fruition, but it seems right now like it's just such a slog. So, both of you have had patience issues. When one or the other was ghosting or running or chasing or clinging or whatever the case may be, it's like, at the same time, you'd go into separation, and one or the other of you would think, it's over. I'm never going back. I'm choosing to walk away from this connection in this lifetime. But it's like, then you find yourself back on that horse again, like still trudging somehow towards your goal. So that's what I'm picking up from that. I want to see if I can get a couple more cards on it. Spirit, please show me the Knight of Spheres for Aquarius and Collective. How does this make the connection complicated? Okay, we have the Six of Cups here. Scorpio. Yeah, so that seems to be what keeps pulling you guys back to each other, is that you both, I still want to stress, it could also be actually one or the other technically, but there is an underlying nostalgia there. This person is a very deep soul connection, and even if you haven't known each other through all lifetimes, which if you're twin flames, one could argue that you have, but even if you haven't, it's as soon as you met this person in the 3D, if you have, then you felt like they were the other part of you. You just felt like you had known them your whole life, or for all your lives. Take it as it resonates. So, you'll get into these valleys and these peaks, and, you'll think it's over, but then you start thinking about, and I think that the universe does this as a way to kind of keep the connection alive, even when it can't be made perfect in the 3D. So one or both of y'all yearns for the other, and happier times. Okay, so the way that your twin is helping you heal. With the Nine of Wands, you have become the wounded warrior. So you may have started out this journey feeling like, maybe like weak in some sense, or you were kind of gullible, or it was easier sometimes just to ask somebody else to fix a problem than to work it out yourself. And somewhere along that path, like, you started having to do things on your own, and you began to develop this incredible resiliency and strength. And so this has been a way that your twin flame has helped heal you, because by continuing to present to you in a mirror where your own wounds are, that you can then go within and heal. That's the process of the whole twin flame journey. So they're helping to show you those wounds and you know, you've been fighting off some shadows and you've been dealing with some demons, and you're kind of, they've gotten you to the point where you're just about ready to let some burdens down, you know, and start over. It's the end of that cycle, like, really. I mean, there's the Ten of Wands, but that's kind of where you release. So, yeah, they've helped to strengthen you enormously. So, how you've helped your twin to heal with the Page of Swords, I'm not exactly sure how to take that. The only vibe I'm getting from it is that you've caused your twin flame to become more studious about certain things that they were not aware of before. So it could have even been the twin flame connection itself, to use as an example. Perhaps you told this person about the whole twin flame thing, and you know, they didn't believe you or something. But then weird synchronicities kind of started happening, and so then they started Googling things, and you know, and getting more information. And that's just one example. It could have been about anything. But so you've helped this person to expand and increase their knowledge. I'm trying to decide if I should clarify that or not. I think I'll just go with the Knight of Swords here before I end the reading. And this is like the energy between the two of you when you're together. So I am seeing that there has been, you know, and I'm picking up a lot of passion from this connection too when you are together, and chemistry between the King of Wands and the Devil there twice. And here with the Knight of Swords, although it doesn't talk about physical passion per se, there's kind of like a quick back and forth, like a witty repartee vibe I'm getting from it, although it can be a lot more serious and painful than that. I feel like y'all have had like these really nasty fights where you've been throwing back barbs, you know, challenging each other like in like a battle of the wits, that kind of stuff. But it's like at the same time, I mean, I'm not picking it up as all bad, and that's why I want to clarify it to get like surrounding energies. But it does look like there is a lot of conflict. At the same time, though, it's because neither one of you shrinks back from telling the truth. So sometimes even when the truth is harsh and it might hurt the other person, I think the thing to be aware of here would be to maybe try to cushion some of those blows with compassion. Because honesty, though, that's a wonderful place to start. But sometimes you do have to take into account that other people might be more sensitive than you, or vice versa. Spirit, please clarify the Knight of Swords for Aquarius Yin. Come on. I'm trying to do it on the camera that's making me... I was just going to say, but I didn't, so screw me. I was going to say if strength flips over, I'm going to flip. Because I was just now talking about how there's the compassion factor. I think Spirit here is clarifying by saying, you know, yes, that may be how your energy looks when it's combined together, but there is strength behind it. The strength to tell the truth, the strength to take the truth, and then there's that compassionate part, you know, to be able to deliver it maybe in such a way that you're taming the beast, you're not slicing him up and giving him wounds, you know what I mean? So take that as it resonates. That's major for Leo energy. You know, it does require bravery and overcoming some of your fears, to especially not just the truth part, which y'all seem to have down pat, but adding the compassion to it is where it really gets difficult, because people don't like to appear weak. But I feel here that Spirit is saying that maybe showing a little bit of vulnerability here as well in these verbal exchanges could really strengthen the bond. Alright, so to close the reading, to end the reading, I'm going to go ahead and split this pre-shuffled Twin Flame Oracle deck and select 2 cards. First we have travel, movement, meeting, adventure, be ready for new experiences. So that looks cool, like a little inrush of energy there for you. And home, cozy, warm, secure. You feel at home with each other. That's sweet. Looks very wintry too. So I'm not saying that means that you'll connect with your twin flame this winter. Could be that you're already regularly in contact with them. I suppose if you don't see them very often, you might connect with them yet before the winter is complete, or out, or over, or whatever. Okay, Aquarius. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and please like the video, share, subscribe, tap the notification bell and the all button, and I will see you guys again next week, unless you have the most views this week on my channel, in which case you'll get a bonus reading on Sunday, as Libra did last week. Thanks again, Aquarius.